going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Rebel Realized. Welcome to the new, long-awaited 5 things that I hate about this Ram. Now, understand that this was way high. I can do a 10 things I love about this truck, no problem. But a 5 things I hate took me months since I got it to even find a few things. This truck is fantastic. If you're looking into one, really take this all with a grain of salt. You know, it's really, nitpicking stuff. I noticed that the 5 things I hate videos always seem to do well, so I figured, I had to at least find those 5 reasons and do one. So let's get into it, guys, and let's check it out, and we'll see it. Now, for number 1. So the number 1 thing that grinds my gears is that when you get out of the truck with your keys in your pocket, and if you have a passenger in here, hold on, I'm gonna leave you right here on the seat like you're a passenger. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You tell me what you hear. Ready? Alright, I'm just gonna run into the store real quick. I'll be right back.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Back, guys. You notice anything? Yeah, that beeping though, I mean, oh man, it's driven some people I know just crazy. Yeah, everybody I know. Even if it is just for a few minutes, it's just like, why do that? If I left it running and I got the keys in my pocket, my thinking is no one's gonna take off with it. Like, having to shut it off. If it's the middle of winter, people get cold. If it's the middle of summer, the car heats up real quick. So I don't really know what the thinking was with that, but it's number 1 for you. The next 2 little gripes I got are about the air ride suspension cycle. Now, the air ride is awesome, and I don't mean to complain because it's really handy, but the thing that I would say is that it just takes too long. Like, you see some of them low riders, they go, well, up, like it's one fluid motion kind of, but you notice with this, when you do it, alright, so if we needed to make a quick entry exit and a quick getaway, CC, I don't know if that's gonna necessarily happen, but I mean, again, this is a nitpicking list because I really just wanted to make this video because it seems, like I said, seems like they do well, so I figured if I'm nitpicking here, then that's another gripe. And I got another gripe with the air ride suspension. Now again, number 3 with the air ride suspension, as you guys are gonna notice, we're gonna take off here. We're gonna be on our way. And, when it's in off-road, it's the highest it goes. And it looks the coolest, and it gets you over whatever you need. I mean, it's a lifted truck, right? You buy it for a lifted truck, so it's cool. You're driving around all high up, but then what happens at 25 miles an hour? Lowering. They have these things where you can change out your air ride suspension links, and that makes it basically so that normal mode is off-road mode. So I've been looking into those. They're not that expensive if you buy them, and you can also make them yourself. I saw in a couple of the forums. So, all things to come, hopefully, in the future. We're going to try to lift this bad boy someday, put on some 35s, who knows? But, the sky is the limit, right? But anyways, so, that's the only thing that I would say about the air ride that I wish was different. I just wish that it would stay in off-road. I mean, maybe not till like 80, but I mean 40 would be nice. Just a thought. Alright guys, so that brings me to my next point. Like I was saying, there's this whole thing about these plastic clips. Now, I went one not too long ago, and I had a little issue with the fact that these plastic clips right here in the front fender, sorry, I gotta get that push in the frame, but anyway, there's a little issue with the front fender, and I'll show you what it is. The front wheel well. Look at this, it's plastic. It's got these little plasticky clips, and you can see where there's a little split, because guess what happened? I was going the water goes right through here, right through the bumper if you're going through the mud or whatever, through a big puddle. And if you go too fast, it'll push that right on out, break those clips off. Wow, there was a couple. It was this whole piece, and right here, and right here, and right here is where the clips came off. So I don't know what the story is with that. Yo guys, check out this line out. We got the RAM. We got the RAM Sport. Oh, look at this new Porsche Turbo. Isn't it time? Carrera 4S. Cool. But one thing I will say about those plastic clips, though, at least that's real good, is that Dodge and my dealership covered that no problem. They recognized it for what it was. You know, it's a factory flaw that was covered by the warranty and fixed in a couple hours. No problem. No problem for me. So that's what's pretty good about that, at least. Like I said, I will say big thank you to them for that. Thing is beautiful. Hold on, I'm gonna get it on video for you right now. Look at it. It's one of them new Shelbys. Damn. Alright, we're gonna get her on film again. Ready? Yo. Damn. See, I got a $50,000 truck. That's a $100,000 truck. That thing goes fast, boy. Let me tell you. And another thing I'm not a huge fan of is that you'll notice here is that when you're moving above 20, or I want to say I think if you're moving at all, that if you try to adjust the GPS, look it, keyboard unavailable. You can't use the keyboard when you're driving, which, you know, makes all the sense in the world unless you have a passenger. If you have a passenger, then you could totally just have them plug it in for you, you know? I mean, you know how many times I've been going in like crazy traffic, even, you know, what if you're on the highway, you don't want to be pulling over onto the shoulder just so you can, you know, figure out where you're going. So again, another thing I kind of wish that they would tweak, but, you know, not a big deal. Again, just nitpicking. All I know is that I do absolutely still love this truck. I don't want to discourage anyone in any way from getting this truck because the thing is beautiful. It's my baby. I love it. You know, I would still recommend. I'm still highly satisfied. My dream truck that I'm in love with. It's a beast on and off road, and I would buy it all over again. You know, I wrote that down because I didn't want to leave out any of that. So, you know, I would absolutely buy it again. None of these are, you know, reasons not to buy this truck. I'm just simply stating, you know, nothing's perfect, even this truck. So there's a couple of things, you know, that I wanted to just show you that, you know, I could leave and not take. I could definitely live without, but, you know, small things. It runs reliable. It gets me where I want to go. It brings me on and off road. It goes fast on the road. It goes good off road. It gets me around everywhere. There's never, you know, a time of the year, be it snow or whatever, living in New England, that I won't be able to, you know, to get around. I've always got the four-wheel drive ready to go, you know, the four-wheel lock. I mean, I love this thing. If you want to watch any of my other videos, you know, you'll see it's all good things, but there are, like anything, a couple of things that you want to be aware of, like especially if you're off-roading the thing, which, you know, It's a beautiful truck. A lot of people say, you know, oh, I wouldn't bring that thing off-road, but you gotta try it out once in a while. As you guys have seen from my channel, check out my first video. But like I said, I love this truck, and you know, I highly recommend it. So if you guys, you know, enjoyed this video, I hope you did. I hope you take it with a grain of salt, like I was telling you. Please hit subscribe. The channel's growing. I want to thank you guys all so much that watch and support this channel. I hope it's only going up further in the right direction, and you know, you guys will all be right there with me while it happens. So again, thank you guys for the support. Shout out to the Rebel Realize fam. Stay positive out there, and we'll see you next time on Rebel Realize. Take care. Peace.